What's the word, y'all? Hope everybody's doing well out here. Basically, the end of the year, a day before New Year's Eve. How we calling it? How we calling it? DOC is first. What's up, DOC? Hope you and your family are blessed. The name of this episode, real quick, is Quick Live. I'm burning up. It's called It's Crazy on Pulsechain. Because it is uh, and not for the best reasons. You know what I'm saying? Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Things are just a little crazy, man. Sometimes, like like when I say like I wish I was wrong for certain things, I mean that in a way where I wish I was wrong and that people had a better experience on the chain versus some foolishness. Seriously. You know, they say that the people who were around in the beginning of this quote unquote community, the the entire crypto gate kept them, and they had to fight for respect and all this, and how difficult it was to be accepted. And I remember that time. I wasn't involved with the community as I became years later, but I remember the vitriol that the community faced. Fast forward to now, you have the same coin, same token, plus a blockchain, plus a DEX, and plus the absolute disregard and reckless abandon of the leader of the project. Like the absolute disregard of accountability, the absolute disregard of taking responsibility for how things turned out the way it did. Or how things have turned out the way they are. Like, absent the head, where does the body go? People don't have People have a hard time putting the onus on the founder. In the beginning, people have a hard time putting the onus on him because they feel that it's the market's fault. The entire market is put to blame. The entire market is down. When the market was down, Everything is down. Cool. When the market wasn't down, guess what was still down? You see, folks, pick and choose. Pick and choose. When to pull out a certain card of reasoning to justify the glazing that they do towards this man, yo. It's like a damn glaze factory. Need to open up a donut shop for all the glazing that these people do for this guy. Need to go open up a Krispy Kreme. Huh? You know? Like DOC said, I'm talking about Clash. Clash. there's people, there's people much worse than Clash, right? Much worse than Clash. Like Clash is Clash is Clash. There's some people out here, man, that will actually cape. They'll work for nothing. They will volunteer to ship tablets because they believe that they're doing this for a greater cause. Do this for free. Volunteer when the founder years back mentioned how ridiculous it was for the community, any crypto community, to volunteer for a project. The founder said that it was the role of an idiot to volunteer for a project that received billions of dollars. He said this. And now you have this year, for the past 5 months, the call to volunteer. Volunteering is okay now. Crispy Bacon in the building. What's going on, Crispy? Volunteering is okay. Oh, it is? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, volunteering is okay now. Yeah. Volunteer for pumping the bags. Like the guy said, people who volunteer are fools. They're doing it wrong. Why would you volunteer for a project that received, that raised billions of dollars, and look at the garbage that's taking place now? And that's one example out of many contradictions that have occurred where you can't take this person serious. If you're in your right mind, your right frame of mind, you can't take this person serious. And it's bad because a lot of us are really believing this crypto. We're about this crypto thing, man. Like we are about it. This is what we're about it. Those who feel that a person like me should sell and leave, see, they don't understand the whole premise of why we even involved with this stuff, or why I'm even involved with this. No. I'm gonna see this through. I am going to see this through. Make sure that I'm gonna see the whole thing play out. You told the world it's better to lock up your first coin that you ever launched for 15 years. It's better to lock it up He told the world Ethereum was better than Bitcoin because he could make money off Ethereum in more ways than you could make off Bitcoin. And that you launched your ERC20 talking about it's the first certificate of deposit on the blockchain. And the best way to make that work is to lock it up so that you can earn interest. And if you decide to destroy that agreement, you earn penalties. Half goes towards this entity that he controls, and the rest goes to the people who have locked up the coins. And the person who gets penalized gets penalized. Built a community by streaming and talking and posting for years, streaming hours and hours, talking about how fire you are, how great you are, and how trash everything else is. People believed in it. People took a chance, they took a gamble. A lot of folks came from disenfranchised, scamming communities, and they joined this situation, thinking that, it was a better play because this guy was talking like he knew everything that needed to be known. Fake charming, right? Telling people that, he could debate and win any debate. Meanwhile, the first interview that I seen him do was on a crypto stream called Drunk on Crypto. Shout out DOC. He got on that panel. It was maybe 10 of us on the panel. He got on it, and he couldn't handle the questions. He could not handle the questions regarding why do you have centralization involved with this bag, this old way situation you got going on. Proceeded to insult everybody on the panel, talk about sucker D, and he rage quit. Same vibe, same energy you see today. When a person shows you who they are, just believe them. People in this community ask him questions, he blocks them. Someone said on the timeline that this dude blocked 14,000 accounts. You have time to block 14,000 accounts and you have nothing to do. But there's a person who said he's working hard. You have so much time to block 14,000 accounts. You have your bots blocking, or you have some slaves blocking. Some people who glaze you blocking on your behalf. Who's blocking 14,000? Whether it's true or not. He's blocked people. People have made it public that they've been blocked for asking legitimate questions. He would tell the world, listen, ghost the trolls, block the trolls. Why are you crying? You're cry fagging. You're whining. No crying in the casino. Meanwhile, he can cry to CZ, Changpeng Zhao himself, directly in a tweet on X, talking about how he's been building and building and building, and it would be nice for him to wake up one day and get the support from his peers, and tagged Changpeng Zhao. He can cry, but everyone else can't. You realize so much money was donated to two projects that he couldn't pump for whatever reasons. People keep blaming macro, 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 but don't look at the micro issues that have been happening within his own community. Macro, macro, macro. But don't look at the funkiness that's been going on within your ecosystem. Understand? Cryptarian in the building. It's very tragic. And it's like this ongoing thing, this long con, this long scam where if you started out thinking that this was supposed to be an experiment and it started to work, how do you keep it going? Let me try to give this strange person, cause he a stranger. Never gonna meet him in my life. It's cool. I'm good with that. Give this stranger some bail. Give him a benefit of the doubt. Okay, maybe you didn't want to scam. You created something, tested it out, and you see that, okay, certain things worked. But how do you keep that up? Okay, you try to launch some sacrifices because you're trying to say Ethereum was violating people with fees. The gas prices were horrible back in 2021. That's true. But how are the gas prices today on Ethereum? Like, you try to talk about how things are going to be self-contained. You have a blockchain. You got a DEX. But you have a bunch of people that got so many coins, right? So many coins that are consistently dumping. And he pretends like he hasn't dumped anything. He pretends and wants the world to believe that he still holds all his coins. You got pissed off because so many people were doing rolling stakes. They were rolling their hex stakes, short-term stakes. We're talking like hundreds of millions of hex tokens. They're rolling them, staking them for a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, maybe 60 days, 30 days, 9 days, 14 days, making money that way. They got away with doing that for maybe a good year and a half. Dude gets upset, says, nah, I'm going to put an end to this. I'm going to stake the OA backs 15 years. So anyone who caught a lick for a year and a half, you caught that lick, that thing gone now. You're not seeing those same earnings that you were doing with your rolling stakes, your big bag rolling stakes. Rolling your stakes, 100 million hex, quarter of a million hex, 400 million hex, 14 days, 15 days. You're not getting the same returns anymore. That's dead. But they're going to tell you this is real DeFi. Oh, because these gimmicks, 100% flawless uptime. Hmm? Immutable code. Then they'll tell you good crypto doesn't have admin keys unless he owns the keys, because he uses admin keys. This is the fake stuff that I'm talking about with your man. 100%. The recycling of all of these questionable things that people saw and that folks try to justify within the community and give a pass and turn a blind eye and want to compare, oh, this old way, look at, to legacy companies. Oh, Elon, what do you think Elon is, you don't think he's a major holder? And you're not, this guy's not Elon. This guy's not Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. They don't want to talk about Satoshi. Best time you could have bought Bitcoin was what? When Satoshi held all of it? That was the best time. You're not Satoshi. Dude, not Satoshi. You're not any of these people. You're not Rolex. You're not a Lamborghini. You're not Louis V. Louis V. You're Timu. You're Skippies. You're counterfeit. Like this guy, man, you fake. If you feel like wasting your time in life and you watch his old videos, and you'll be amazed to see, like, yo, man, the fall from grace. This guy talk all this hot shit for years, and look at you now. Like, if you want to waste your time and peruse through his old content, the founder, old content, and watch what's taking place now. I mean, it's night and day. You will be amazed. You'll be like, yo, what the hell did you do? Or did I do, I would say. What? You mean to tell me this guy who would say things like IOTA down 80% is garbage? IOTA, for example, down 80%, garbage. Oh, no, it's trash. Talk about gold. You holding gold, look at 10 years and in a minuscule percentage, gold, trash, trash, silver, you know? And he'll tell you about some stocks, 7 amazing stocks. The dude is wishy-washy. He don't know what he's doing. He don't know where he's going. He fumbled the bag, y'all. You launched May 2023. That's when you launched this blockchain. The shit's been down ever since. Don't talk to me about some minuscule 3x that Pulsechain did. Don't tell me about some ink went up to $80. Because, yes, yeah, how long did that last? How long did the 3x, what, barely a month? Barely a couple weeks? And ever since then, it's just been down, down, down. But no, 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 no. You know what caused that? Macro. People are going to tell you macro was the reason. No, you know what caused everything to go down? The SEC. Oh, no, man, the SEC. That's what caused it to go down, man. Yeah, it makes sense. SEC. SEC killed it all. Killed the momentum. You would, if you didn't know any better, you'd believe that. Because it's logical. Logical. Oh damn, yeah. You launch your shit May 2023, and July you get hit with SEC. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Market going down. Yeah, market going between January of 2025 and July of 2025. It was nothing but consistent news about how the SEC lost the case because they couldn't reach this guy, jurisdiction, blah blah blah. Forget about the whole thing about securities. He won the battle, won it. Now, would you believe, and this is to the new people, whoever finds this video ever in life, moving forward in the future, would you believe you, again, SEC come in, okay, they rain on your parade. You're going to have to deal with that until that black SEC cloud passes. So the market, Pulsechain going to be down. People are scared. Sentiment is low. SEC in the air. We don't know what's going to happen for a year and a half. Down, sideways, a little pump here and there. Like January 24, there was a little pump. But still, SEC was there. So that got dumped real quick. All right, cool. Then he puts the death knell in his old operation and kills eHex. That whole Ethereum hex thing that gave him birth and relevance, he shot that down. March of 2024. Oh, no, that had nothing to do with, the sentiment being low and all that. No. SEC, blame it all on SEC. Okay, cool. Motherfuckers launching coins left and right, extracting after extracting after extracting after extract. Oh, no. All right, cool. You beat the SEC, and it made no difference. In fact, prices dropped even further. The last 6 months of this year, prices dropped further, all-time lows. Officially got word in July that it's a wrap for the SEC. It's clip for the SEC. Sit, done. Finito. It's over. July this year, summertime, whenever. And the last week of this year, we just touching all-time lows. Oh, no, it's macro. Blame it on macro. You don't see what Bitcoin did? I mean, come on. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum, struggling. Yeah, blame it on macro. Yeah, cool. Convenient. SEC wins in their own right. Shout out to Thoughts Child, who said, yo, the SEC won, bro. Even though they lost, but they really won. And that was crazy when he mentioned that earlier this year. I want to say like maybe February, March, he dropped that. That sentiment, that thought. And this is December 30th. Same year. And the chain experiencing all-time lows. All-time lows. Shout out for the subscription, the subscriber hit that you got. 87K, that's big deal. Big boy stuff. Shout out to you, Mr. Stepper. Shout out to you. SEC just like, it's a thing, it's supposed to be a thing of the past. So people should move further. Market should be, sentiment should be better. July came, got some announcement about the best marketing campaign is about to undergo the best marketing campaign crypto has ever seen. About to take place. Best marketing campaign. What happened to the marketing campaign? Some tablets. Before that, I mean, like the thing is just ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous, bro. Going back to the beginning of this year, this dude was talking highly favorably about PDI. Put a tweet out there. Yo, PDI went up 2.2 billion%. PDI, one of the not one of, but the best performing PRC20 coin copy of Ethereum. DAI from Ethereum, copy PDI, was the best performing coin on his chain. Issued that tweet January of this year. 2.2 billion%, everybody. What's that? 2 million X? 2 million X? He didn't talk about his coins. He talked about the PRC20 copies. That's part of his program. That's part of his system. World's largest airdrop. Get your free coins. I want to talk about, people cry fagging. He was begging Ethereum bros to come over to the chain and get their coins. Free money. Free money. 2 months later, March of this year, sends out 30 posts to try to exclude himself from PDI. Don't associate him with PDI. Don't associate him with PDI. Oh, but 2 months prior, it was the best performing coin on your ecosystem. The absolute best performing. What happened? If you question these things, it's a problem. See, I don't glaze. Again, I'm not on a conveyor belt glazing, you know, donuts. This is what these people do, man. This is a glazing warehouse situation. These people, they work in a glazing factory. That's what they do. You would talk about world's biggest airdrop. And another point, at some point this year, whether it was March or April, he issued another tweet talking about the vast majority of the PRC20s are worthless. So your marketing gimmick that you've been promoting and had people in the community promote for years was an absolute fail. Because a gimmick, that marketing tactic, you said it has no value. It's worthless. All those coins are worthless. So what incentive does anyone from Ethereum have to come build on the chain? Forget about building on the chain or just even acquiring the free token if they're worthless. This has been just an absolute mess, yo. This whole Pulsechain mess. It's a mess. Absolute mess. You got people launching coins who don't know what the hell they're doing, y'all. Folks launch coins just for the hell of it. Folks launch coins, vanity tokens, all kinds of memes, all kinds of. Many of them had no idea what the hell they were doing. And who got caught in the melee and the fracas? The people who gambled and bought the tokens. People who got front ran. Man, there were people who got front ran. People front ran the front runners. That's how bad it is on Pulsechain. Folks will front run the front runners and snipe the charts like it's nothing. Influencers who had no business launching coins, they didn't know what the F they were doing, told the world on the stream that, listen, they're down bad. They got to do something because they're down bad. Meaning they have no money. So they got to find a way to make money. Like survival. So they launch coins. Soon after they launch coins, pull the liquidity. And then keep it moving like it's all good. Keep it moving like it's all good, like it's fine. That's oh yeah. Should have did your own research. Not financial advice. Folks got super creative. Super creative. Thanks to the problem is people don't understand. Shit rolls from downhill. I'm sorry, shit rolls from the top down. Like, snowball effect. Where do you think folks got this idea of how really to provide liquidity when your man started talking about it 4, 5, 6 years ago? Right? Then you have certain influencers who did technical analysis in this community who would go on stream and talk about the real ways the founder was making money off the coins, off the tokens, off the operations, would show people online how he was making the money, providing liquidity. Folks didn't understand because, people are afraid of what they don't know. But you had streamers, influencers, who openly said, this is how your man made real money. Not just manipulating hex and this and that. No. This way too. This way. Providing licks. The same influencer that was talking that, what do you think he did when Pulsechain launched? With his paid group membership, what do you think he did? Launched his own coin and tested out what RH was talking about. And who you think benefit? The people on the inside. Not regular schmegular outsiders. Regular schmegular outsiders became what? Exit liquidity. And so that got recycled. Those things got recycled. People learned how to do that. This same influencer taught his people. Then all of a sudden you started hearing these talks about cabal this, cabal that. Yeah. To this day. Make no mistake about it, man. There's some people that made off like a fat rat. And we're not talking about those who launched sacrifice projects. There's people who made off like a fat rat in this community. Millions. You can see it on chain. They're not mad. They don't care what RH doing or not doing like that. They got paid. You understand? They're comfortable. They don't care about it. And they'll tell you about some dollar cost average. Buy the freaking dip. They'll rock you to sleep with that because they know what they've done. They know what they're doing on the side. They know what they're doing in the shadows. They know what they're doing behind the scenes to get to a bag. And it's not buying no fucking dip, right? It's not dollar cost averaging. It's not what they're doing. Then you have these situations that create sub-communities, right? Sub-communities. These motherfuckers used to die hard talk about Hex, do streams about Hex, all kinds of hardcore shit about Hex. But then you tested out the liquidity providing techniques and tricks from RH himself. Saw that it works. Made bank. And you could care less about talking about some Hex anymore because you caked up now. Now you got the bread. Buffalo Heart, it's been a minute, man. What's going on? ENJ Dub. The author Stoic says Ethereum is a scam. If Ethereum's a scam, what does that make Pulsechain, brother? Mm. But I hear you, man. Everybody's entitled to their opinion and thoughts. But I tell you, the grift, the signs were there from the beginning. There's a collective of people, same situation. They're not too far off. Still cabal type style, right? Cabal energy, the same shit. You talk about folks like you have one friend. You know, RH got no friends, but they learned, right? They learned how to finagle, how to finesse. They learn how to extract. So you got one person in your clique that figured it out, tested it out, launched 1 million tokens. There will only ever be 1 million tokens, right? The coin, right? The only people who knew about it early were the insiders. The insiders who paid. You know, again, there goes this nonsense. These tricks, folks, is nothing new under the sun. The insiders paid for these paid groups, whatever course, fake courses and groups on how to trade, blah, 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 blah. The paid subscribers or whoever get the inside exclusive information. They're privy to all that. Oh yeah, 1 million coins. Oh, some people they're getting in super early. So you're getting the deal of a deal of a deal. You might even get gifted coins. You might even get an allocation. Oh yeah, that's how this works. Then you watching them doing what they do, liquidity providing and trying to make things seem like it's so advanced. You watching the price of a coin go from pennies to 100K within a span of 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. No BS. And it's not RH coins. So you're like, whoa, this guy knows what he's talking about. Oh, damn, this coin went from that to 100 to 2,200. I saw it for myself to 9,000, 12,000. Then the founder of that coin said the thing went up to 100K. And I looked at the chart. He wasn't lying. I said, damn, damn. Woo. That's a bag. That's a bag. That's a win. And I'm thinking, bravo. Wow. And this was my unadulterated, unfiltered ignorance. This is me right here, right? I see that token go from such and such and such and such, and I think in the summer of 23, August, that thing shot up to 9K, something that was worth dust, shot up to 9K. I said to myself, whoa, I can't wait to see what the core coins are going to do. This was my ignorance. If this super nondescript, random coin, we're talking about from a person who has no track record in launching coins, no history of developing anything, no nothing, just been streaming, and you do this, and this perform like this, 9K. I'm thinking, yo, imagine what the core tokens are gonna do. This is my ignorance. If that could do that, oh, smooth sailing. And here goes me. We're one day closer to the next all-time highs for these bum-ass core coins. Because if some nondescript, I'm thinking about, because this was when I was like, nah, man, I can't risk it. I'm just going to hold on to the founder's coin because the founder did something before that went up 10,000x. Boy, was I dumb. Because over 2 years later, his bags are still down. His coins did nothing. And those other communities continuously flourish. But going back to what I was saying, you got your friend who figured it out, not the founder. You got your friend who figured it out. He launched his million coins, and his coins are doing good, and this and that and that and this. Fire value, like you could sell that shit. You still coming out with money. Don't think that there was no money or you get wrecked with slippage. You might see some from the slippage, but what you come out with is multiples higher than what you invested. 100%. So there's bread. Like the dude figured it out. I'm not giving him no shine right now, though. I'm not gonna say his name. It's for a reason. He clicks up with friends because people clicks and all throughout the community is clicks and they stream and they just mad ugly. Anyway, what do you think the friend does? Oh, you're gonna launch your own coin and do the same thing. Do the same thing to the T. The same thing. And what does that do? That engenders trust. No, I launched a coin. I took a risk. I launched a coin, and my coin is doing very well. And people want to make money, and they see they're making money. And then you could see me as a credible source. I'm a good actor, good guy. And look at my friend. Look at my friend who's doing the same thing. So not only am I a good actor, he's also a good actor. So what are we? Good actors. We're good actors, and we have community, and we stream, and everybody's making money. Oh, believe in us. Believe in what we're doing. Look, it works. This works. This works. This works while the chain is down. How about that? You see the rules? You see the crazy, the debate? Like, you're making money while the chain down. You're making bread. Oh, there's nothing more sexier than that. Everybody crying. Everybody, woe is me. No money going on. No, the chain down. And you making money, though. And your people making money. That's some sexy shit. You feel good about that. You want to talk about that. You want that to multiply. Yeah, you feel like, oh, man, you're on top of the world. Why? Because if you're making money while everything is down, you still making money. Imagine when everything is up. Oh, man, it's multiples on top of multiples. That's what people were doing. That's what these motherfuckers were doing, y'all. But guess what? Like all things in life, all good things must come to a fucking end. That shit couldn't keep on going, keep on lasting. And they realized that. Because that shit just plateaued and then went down. So that coin that went up 100K dropped down. But it didn't go all the way to its all-time low, though. Your friend who tried to do the same thing, right, and launched his own coin, it went up a couple, whatever amount of money, dropped down, plateaued, dropped down. And so what do people try to do? Figure out, do new things to get people interested to keep buying shit. Because that's the problem with crypto. You can't hold the interest of the people. Your thing starts to lose value. Shit goes to zero. You can't keep people interested in buying. What do you think happens to the value of whatever you're selling? What do these guys do? Oh, we're going to bring a benevolent whale into our foray. We're going to introduce a benevolent whale. Ta-da! The benevolent whale is coming to save the day, folks. Not only do we know what we're doing, because you see it's on the chain. I launched coins, like not me, but they launched coins, did the liquidity providing tricks, even showed you how to snipe charts, how to bot charts, show you all the tricks, and you're making money. You caked up. You got your allocations, right? You got all of that. You making money, and you got the inside scoop of everything going on. We're credible, legit, not going nowhere. Oh yeah, we long term. We're OGs. In addition to all that, we're going to introduce a benevolent whale. A benevolent whale. Not only is the whale benevolent, but when you hear the whale speak, you hear the energy of innocence in this whale. Oh man, this is right for the taking, man. Like, yo, you saw this, you hear this whale speak, you see the whale is oozing with naivete, gullible as all. I mean, you're talking about like, you wish you had a gullible friend ass person like that in your life who was a right multi-millionaire. Like, your heart is that, you that for real? You that benevolent? You really are benevolent, huh? So you coming into a pool of sharks. They about to feast. They about to eat off you. The shit is so crazy, you can't believe it's actually happening. That's how bad it was. I heard the benevolent whale talk on the spaces. I heard the benevolent whale talk on YouTube, streaming, whatever. I was like, there is no way this shit, hell no. There is no way this is really unfolding the way it is. What do you think happened? Not only did the benevolent whale support the projects of those influencers, right? The influencers that were like, yo, look at my credibility. Look at that. I launched a coin, that launched their own coins and did their finagle of the finagle and finesse. Because who they made rich? That's the whole point. That's my whole thing with all this. All these people that are doing all these things, who have they helped become rich? Because that's the bottom line. It's about money. Okay. Benevolent Whale not only supported and bought into their shit, and people in the community flat out said, damn, yo, they just took Benevolent Whale for all he got. Because he bought into their coins and shit like that, engendered goodwill and good faith. What do you think they did to the Benevolent Whale? They dumped on him, yo. Oh yeah, because he was the exit liquidity. They dumped on him. They took advantage of him, violated him like no business. They violated him like a Diddy party. Took complete advantage of this dude, y'all. Right? Cool. Benevolent Whale is so benevolent and damn near like just, my God. You probably, how did you make, huh? You inherited. You had to be donned with an inheritance because you can't be this gullible in life. Benevolent Whale, this year, I don't know how soon or how old he was planning it. Benevolent Whale launches his own project. This is the shit that, you know, like this, you can't make this up, man. It's crazy on Pulsechain for real. Benevolent Whale launches his own project. And straight from the door, like they were people. You had wolves, you had sharks, you had leeches, you had parasites. Like, and I'm saying this figuratively speaking. People in the waiting to snipe. Teams of scammers waiting to snipe his charts, yo. And they did. Millions of dollars worth. Right for the taking. Like, I can't be mad at a snake being a snake. I can't be mad at an animal doing things that what's in its nature. You a scammer? What do I expect you to do? Because I have expectations of a scam. Like I have expectations of what a scammer is gonna do. A scammer is gonna scam. So I can't even be mad at those who took advantage. The Benevolent Whale that y'all was talking about, also benevolent, this and that last year. Last year was this talk about the same benevolent whale. Yo, this whale is so benevolent. We have a benevolent whale in the team. Benevolent whale, you know what that means in English? Yo, we got a sponsor who's coming fully loaded. Fully loaded. Like he's bringing the bag of bags. We about to eat. That's what that means, y'all. This dude loaded, y'all. No BS. This dude got millions, and we about to eat. That's what that means. Oh, we got a benevolent whale. Yo, this team is so great. Look at our ecosystem, our sub-ecosystem on Pulsechain. We building. We got the benevolent whale. Oh, no. In English. Get ready, folks. You about to get paid. You about to eat. But we got to teach you behind the scenes how to eat. Because it ain't about buying the fucking dip. It's not about dollar cost averaging. We got to give you the real tricks of the trade. But see, these people don't give you the sauce like I do. Like I'm giving you certain understanding of manipulating wicked things that folks have done on the chain to where they've made out like a fat rat. And hey, it's like a situation of don't hate the player, hate the game. Because not everybody is broke on the chain. Not everybody made nothing on the chain. Those of us who decided to stay out of the bull crap, we the ones struggling. We the ones struggling. And when we voice our thoughts, right? Motherfuckers want to talk about insulting cry facts starting from the top all the way on down. So going back to the benevolent whale. Benevolent whale says, cool, gonna launch his own situation, wants to help build a chain, this and that, and this. When you find people who appear to be good, wouldn't you want to like appreciate that? Yo, if you keep eating off a benevolent whale and you keep taking, at one point it's gonna dry out, it's gonna stop. But people don't care. Folks don't care. They only care about themselves. They only care about today. You know? They don't think about tomorrow. All this long term, everybody delayed gratification. That was all BS, all marketing. It's about what you're going to do for the person today, right now, in the short term. Because you look at how everything unfolded and blew up to become a hot mess. Now, how do you look at this thing and think this thing deserves any type of respect long term? Benevolent Whale launched his own situation this year, and it blew up in Benevolent Whale's face. Where another group of people did forensic analysis and realized that the two influencers that launched their own coins, right, that I told you about, I didn't give you names, but I said these influencers that launched their own coins and sub-communities that are clicked up together, they walked away with like $3 million. The two influencers alone, $3 million. Thanks to the Benevolent Whale. It's on chain. Benevolent Whale is exasperated. Benevolent Whale says that he could no longer move forward in this community doing this. Benevolent Whale reports that he might have like spent maybe minimum $7 million trying to help build stuff. Benevolent Whale is choosing to go back to doing what he knows, what he's familiar with, instead of remaining on this chain. Because people don't know how to value a good thing when they have it. Folks don't respect quality. Now, I don't know this whale, but I'm watching how dude was just like, yo, man, they just took advantage of him, man. He was food to these people. 100% food. Come on, man. Your fake leader, who's been on the run for 3 years, gets mad because people think they wanted to see proof of life, saying that he doesn't like when people think he's not alive when he exists. Shut up. Your fake leader is so disconnected and suffers from such a harsh type of personality disorder. He doesn't even denounce scamming activities that take place on his chain. He doesn't even denounce the scammers that have scammed and continue to scam throughout his chain. Who he does denounce are the investors. Who he has denounced, believe it or not, are his supporters. Like, and y'all continue to glaze him and help him get away with that by not checking him at the door. Because what y'all got to understand is each day, you want to talk about one day closer. Each day that goes by, we're one day closer to realizing how wrong he was, to realizing the truth and what type of mistake you may or may not have made investing in this chain. We're one day closer understanding that this isn't what it was cracked up to be. Like, I'm telling you, when people freely post about what they want to do to him, you see it all over X, the timeline. See, this is the problem. People want to block, censor, hide. You're avoiding something that is growing. Huh? You're avoiding a problem. It's like noticing that you got something going on in your body and you ignore it. And you think by ignoring it is going to just simply go away until it's too late. It's crazy on Pulsechain, y'all. Not just on the surface. Like, you're watching how people are just, folks are just explicit with their feelings now. They're super candid, right? They have no filter in expressing their feelings for this guy. Like, put it this way, like going back to the beginning of what I was saying in this stream before I wrap it up, the vitriol that the community faced in the beginning, I think, pales in comparison to what's going on right now, y'all. Pales in comparison. I think it's worse. Because the way people talk, the way people express themselves, this dude better make atonement. This dude better atone. This dude better figure something out to make shit right, improve a situation or something. Because the smoke that he got generating against him, I mean, words can't even describe the level of animosity and anger and disdain that people have for this guy, y'all. That dude said a year ago in the Christmas stream last year, that dude bulletproof and safe. That shit different today. Like, and I'm not saying he's not. All I'm saying is the level of how bad the sentiment has gotten for the community is worse today than it was. Is worse now than it was a year ago. That's a fact. So imagine. Dude better show and prove. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, where's the common sense? People got to really understand, like, yo, this guy's wilding. And not in a good way. He's wilding, y'all. This guy's out of bounds. He's out of pocket. Yo, what the hell is this? What is this all? What is this about? People want their money. People want their money back. They're like, yo, do something with the sack money. All this, forget about no expectation. All that went out the window. The worst of people is coming out, in other words. The worst of people is coming out. And he better open his eye, and whoever is close to dude, they better be advising him on some real stuff. They better be talking to him about some real stuff, for real. Like putting him on notice, like, yo, man, yo, get your life right. Get your life right. Do something. Fix some situations. Do something. Repair what you just damaged right now, man. Because shit ain't looking sweet for you out here, man. It's real. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. 83-151 says we're not even in the bear. They still got a ways to go down. That's crazy, man. Look at, yeah, Titan X, ENJ Dub, Titan X. Where's the founder of Titan X? Like it's just all, you know what I mean? Like, and Titan and the founder of Titan X used to be supporter of Pulsex. Used to stream about Pulsex and everything. And then look, you build an ecosystem of an ecosystem of an ecosystem with Titan X. Like that was like crazy. How many projects on Titan X now? How many projects? How many projects? And the thing that was working for like a strong 2 months, November and December. November, December 2023, Titan X was crushing it. Then after that, suspect. The next year, some Dragon X, weird. And then it was just hit or miss. And then it's just been miss, till now. Like, what are we doing, man? Buy and burn. Another thing, buy and burn. Everybody waiting for dude to turn on the buy and burn. Turn it on. Just like everybody waiting for this guy to get rid of the OA bags. Get rid of him. Burn them things. You think he's going to do that? Of course not. Of course not. You know? The lack of leadership, the gross lack of leadership has its consequences. The gross lack of leadership has its consequences. Devastating consequences on the community. Devastating consequences, y'all. We see it. When those guys came out with that 7-hour stream, talk about how we're going to lead the community without the founder, look at how great of a job they didn't do. You try to lead the community without the founder because the founder was absent. And this was before the SEC notice. This was a couple days before the SEC notice. Dude been absent. And look what the community has done without the founder, quote unquote, without the founder. Meanwhile, the founder will tell you never disappeared. Or because you see him tweeting all the time and blah, blah, blah on a social media account that he says he doesn't use to communicate with people. He only communicates with in real time, face to face or whatever. Again, without the head, the body has nowhere to go. He's the head of the whole operation, y'all. But we'll tell the body needs to promote. The body needs to market. The body needs to do all the work. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yo, you're not alone, the NJ Dub. Many people jumped on Titan X because they got tired. They were like, yo, man, they want to see bread. Many people jumped on Titan. Many people in the community jumped on Titan X and pretended like they weren't. That's when I also saw the fake nonsense with this community too, for sure. Fake maxis, talking this and that. You and Titan X, and you doing all kinds of sideways stuff. You jumping on this coin, that coin. You jumping with this one and that click, insider group exclusive, Illuminati, Shumanati group, doing this, doing that, trying to get to a bag. And in the world, open mind, out in the open in the public, you want to pretend like, you know, you all about RH core coins. And come on, man. People lying, man. They full of crap. Full of crap, y'all. And I learned the hard way again in this thing. But thank goodness, Gandhiji came through with his projects and his upgrades and all that, man. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that, man. You know? And shout out to Primate Ecosystem. It's also another collective that I like. Them dudes grassroots, ground level, doing what they do. Not many people understand what's going on over there or agree with it. It don't matter, man. It's just people trying real hard to believe in something. While you got somebody on the top fumbling and bumbling and stumbling and blaming everything on everybody else. Come on, man. You know, shout out to God DJ. He said he got something dropping to wisdom NFT holders before the end of the year. And I'm gonna see, and I said this in the other stream, Sonny, when you said why wouldn't this guy like do the airdrops of Prove X on the sacrifice set, the people who sacrificed for this thing, like why not? And you heard how he felt, calling those people beggars. Why are you begging, right? Charles Hoskinson just dropped his situation on the Cardano holders called Midnight. And from what I'm understanding, it's some type of privacy protocol too. So I guess that's some kind of wave among the founders or whatever, the peers. But his peers don't like the Pulsechain founders. Peers don't like him. They don't f with him. But he did that though, Cardano. Charles did that and took care of the people that way, and it worked. But this guy will tell you something else about begging and come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Missed the mark. Keeps missing the mark. And it's unfortunate. See, you brought up an excellent point, and I'm going to close out with that. If you building for the people, Gandhiji says, if you building for the people, that's the obvious choice. As far as the airdrops. Airdrops to those who hold what you launched. If you building for you, then not so much. And with that, everybody, I'm going to close out. Enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your afternoon, your morning. Be well, be vigilant. Stay grounded. Peace.